Good morning, all of you harp enthusiasts out there, harp passionates, as we at the Harmonica Lady and Bros like to call y'all, harpaholics, harp collectors, harmonica enthusiasts, and plain old harmonica lovers. I had changed the name of the group to the Harmonica Lady group just to associate it more, but it's still about loving the harmonica. And I'm happy to say that we have quite a crowd over there that does. So all kinds of shares from around the world and different things going on and discussions and friends being made. It's wonderful how in the music community we can form friendships that are lasting, long-lasting, and lifelong. So the love of music, the love of harmonica carries on. And this year, they're having the 60th. That's right, 60. She's getting old. So let me tell you a little bit about what they say over on the website that you can go, spah.org, celebrating 60 years of harmonica music and friends. The SPAH convention in 2023, August 15th through the 19th, will be held at the Sheraton West Point Chalet, St. Louis, Mississippi. And you can register and find out all of the great names and people that are going to be there, and I just get so excited thinking about it. I have been going since 2009 in various locations, which makes it kind of neat that it's somewhere different, and you never know until the following SPAH where the next one's going to be. And so that's exciting, and you arrive and you hear all the wonderful sounds out in the lobby, and I'm going to play some of my takes for you from past SPAHs because I've done interviews and all kinds of things, and I would like to keep them in the podcast here, immortalized or for forever, just to carry on the traditions and let people understand everything that goes into putting this in motion. For me, it's quite intense when I do vend because that's all I think about the year prior, and I make all of my Harmonica Lady jewelry by hand and with precious stones and gems and unique design ideas, as well as very rugged, structured wear. The last convention when I flew this stuff out there, some of my art just kind of jiggled apart, and I learned how to get those even better. So each year it's kind of like going there, and maybe you can bend a 3 sorta, but by the end of the convention you can bend that 3 the way you're supposed to. So there's a lot you learn going there. And just hanging with everybody is also wonderful. Like I said, I've gone quite a few, and I've gone in different ways. And the first one was 2009 in Sacramento, which was close to me. And all I learned at that one was I wanted more and I wanted to stay longer. So let me tell you, it is a few days that fly by very fast, and you stuff all you can into it, and they make that easy to do. They have a schedule there that's unbelievable with performances and seminars. So you want to mark that if you're a harmonica player as a goal or a thought. And I do know that some people can't make the trip. It's expensive. It's a big deal, and it's big planning. And for me, I have been planning this year's trip by doing shows. We gig a lot. My husband and we play a lot of performances, and I'm taking my share of the money and putting that in a sock for me to go. So I think it's kind of cool. I'm able to pay for the music with my music, and it's always been my goal in life to be able to accomplish my art and music without it being a stress on the budget. And it's turned out quite nicely for me, but it's also a whole lot of work. That's the Westport Chalet. I said West Point. I live in the little community of West Point, and so that just came out of my little brain. So let's keep going here with my faux pas and all. I apologize. Not enough coffee yet. It's kind of early here on the point, and I'm just excited about getting going and getting another podcast on. I know sometimes there's a lot of length between, but like I said, we have been extremely busy performing a lot. And planning for a show is another thing. You know, you set in your set list, you practice with your band, you get ready for downbeat, and you arrive ready to give a good show. So that's a lot of work as well. There's a lot of work in planning and so many things. And I'm so grateful to have a wonderful backing band. And my husband and I, we do duo, and we do trio work with our stand-up bass player, Jay Crawford, who is phenomenal. We are so lucky to have found each other and melted into a groove that fits quite nicely, is unique, has its own sound, and people enjoy it. So,
Sights and sounds at the SPAH, SPAH, Society for the Preservation of Harmonica, 46th anniversary convention at the Radisson, Sacramento, California.
That's correct.
The teacher and your class at 12.
So we couldn't do the 11 o'clock because we were at 10:30 to 12, so this is an hour and a half show.
Right.
So then immediately
Right,
after
like you
that,
said,
Good morning, everybody. The harmonica lady here at SPAH, and I am standing here talking to Peter
Farkas.
and he just bought a little lady harmonica to hang on his name tag here at SPAH, and he's a newbie. He is an attendee. Hey, he's an attendee of Jam Camp.
Yes.
And
John Gindick's Harmonica Jam Camp, my first experience with the harmonica. An absolute newbie, never touched an instrument in my life, and one thing or another, I found myself in Clarksdale, Mississippi at the Shack. Well, the rest is history. Now I'm at the SPAH, and it's great to be here because where else can you get all the harmonica you can get in the world in one little place in a few days? So I'm delighted to share that with you.
so you would recommend both.
Oh, absolutely.
And with your you've never played a harmonica, it's friendly to someone who.
Are you kidding? The worse you are, the more they try to help you. It's really pretty amazing.
Exactly, huh?
It's amazing, which is very good for me because you know I'm playing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, this is a tradition for me. I'm at SPAH and I'm here with,
Peter Farkas.
and this is your third SPAH?
Third SPAH, yes.
So I interviewed you at your first SPAH, so what do you think?
Oh, we're SPAH's 3 for 3. It is an opportunity for the finest and the most beginners to come into the same environment, and it's a joy for the beginners. And you know, I see the legends loving it almost as much as the beginners do. So frankly, it is a great event. I think SPAH's doing a beautiful job, and I heard there's record attendance this year, 437, maybe even more. That's how much they were on day one. So as far as I'm concerned, SPAH, keep on doing it. I'm going to be in Tulsa if I'm alive and well.
Me too. It was great to see you.
Okay, honey.
All right, bye.
Pleasure. Bye.
Well, there you have it. I played first some intros, me walking into the Radisson down in Sacramento in 2009, my very first SPAH. And I was overtaken with emotion at how amazing the event is. And I then put on a first time Peter Farkas was at SPAH, and the third time that he was there. And as he said, he kind of says it like it is. So I've got some more audio from the years that I have gone, and I'm going to play some more of that for you guys. I'm having a good time. I hope you are. All right, here we are again, the Harmonica Lady, and I am here right now with P.T. Gazelle. How you doing?
Good, Nedra. How are you?
Oh, I'm having a good time.
Good.
How about yourself?
It's been great. You know, it's SPAH, and it doesn't get better than this.
For a harmonica player, it really doesn't.
Not really. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the journey. And you've got a new CD out.
I do. It's brand new. It came out. It was actually formally released July 18th, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's doing really well.
Is it this one right here?
Yeah, it's this one. It's called A Madness to the Method.
Oh, yeah. I like that. That's a good play.
Yeah, and there's me with my feet on the back.
Man,
My signature Chuck Taylor high tops.
very, very nice. You know, Julio's known for his pink high tops.
Pink high tops.
And his pink shirts, and everybody knows him for that.
No, I'm kind of a black high top guy. When I was in the 5th grade, I saw the Boston Celtics on TV one day, and they had on black high tops, and they were the first guys to go from white to black, and I thought, that's the coolest thing I've
They
ever
really
seen.
are cool, and it matches your hat.
Well, thanks.
It does. So if anybody wants that, they can find you at...
You can go to ptgazelle.com, and if you want a physical copy, if you're looking to download it, you can of course go to iTunes or to Amazon or Google Play or pretty much any major download place. Sure. CD Baby has physical copies as well.
Yeah, you know, I've run across a lot of people that want the physical copies.
Yeah, I think it's still viable. It certainly is. It certainly is at shows, you know.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's how we sell too.
Yeah.
And you also have your own method harmonicas.
Yeah, it's called the Gazelle method, and there's two different models. There's the Session Steel Gazelle method, and there is the 1847 Silver Gazelle method harmonica. They're both half-valved, which is what I do. That's kind of my signature sound. And here's, actually, you can see the reed plates. This would be your, let me pull them out of here so you can see a little bit better. Here we go. So, this is your draw plate, which sits in the bottom of the harmonica, and the comb actually sits like that. And then the top, the blow plate, goes here.
Interesting.
Let's get, there we go. And it's called half valving because, as everybody knows, there's 20 reeds, 10 blow reeds, 10 draw reeds. And as you can see, we put 4 and 6, that makes 10, so that's half of 20. That's why it's called half valving.
Okay.
And what it basically, the simple thing about this is it allows you to do additional blow bends and draw bends on the harmonica. Let's see if I have one.
I bet you have one. I somehow feel it.
Right. So as we all know, we can do like conventional bending on a harmonica, like on hole number 4 draw. Right? And we can do conventional blow bending at the top of the harmonica, like on hole 8.
Wow, yes.
Right? Now, with those valves, I'm able to do blow bends on holes 1 through 6.
Nice.
And I can do draw bends on 7 through 10.
Beautiful.
So it allows me to get a lot more emotion on all 20 notes, and I'm able to fill in the chromatic scale. So in essence, we've got a chromatic scale in second position, let's say. And I can continue from there.
Wow.
So there's 2 complete chromatic scales in second
Beautiful.
position. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That
So
is
it just kind of makes, you're staying with a Richter tuned harmonica, but you're able, and you can still do everything you could do before with a Richter tune, but now you can do even more with it. So it's kind of cool.
Incredible. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And you give a class here at SPAH.
Yeah, it was
Part of the
Wednesday.
seminar.
I did that Wednesday, and we talked about this, and basically I really just kind of got into the 3 reasons of why I prefer to play with a half-valved instrument, and I just kind of went over those. One is I'm able to fill in all the missing notes. Number 2 is I'm able to add all that extra emotion now in all 20 notes. That's a blow note.
That's very cool.
Yeah. And number 3, logically, it follows the same logic that all of us grew up on the harmonica, where when we bend a note, we flat it.
Yes.
So even with my valves, the extra bending that I'm doing, I'm still flatting the note. So I don't have to rewire and think about an overblow where I'm sharpening the note where it's popping up.
Yeah.
So logically, it just makes, for me, it made more sense.
Well, I have one, and I speaking to you today is going to help me
Yeah.
play it better, because I'm so intuitive with the other harps, and
Right.
my muscle memory's set in
Right.
to do what I
Yeah.
do.
It's
so.
there's a couple things you have to do. Number 1 is you have to readjust your embouchure a little bit. You have to think more like you're doing blow bends at the top of the harmonica.
Right.
Right. That's kind of the number 1. And number 2, you have to get over the mental hurdle of playing blow bends at the bottom of the harmonica, because we all grew up knowing you couldn't do that, but now you can. So.
Yeah, which you don't expect.
Which you don't expect.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
But once you get used to using them, then you can't do without them.
So anyways, I appreciate the time, and
Hey.
I'm going to get this up so people can
Hey,
know
my
a little
pleasure.
more.
My pleasure. Again, you can go to ptgazelle.com. You can get all the information about the harmonicas. You can get all my recordings, including the new one, while you're there. So
And
I
as
appreciate
well, there's
it.
some videos up that explain a
There
lot.
are.
There's some nice
Yeah,
nice
there
videos
are. If you
on
go to
there.
YouTube and Google my name, you can search my name. You see a lot of stuff.
Isn't
there,
that
too.
wonderful that we
It
can do
is.
that nowadays?
I love it.
Well, sir, thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you. Have a
bet.
great convention.
I
Okay?
am. Thank you.
All right. See you.
That was PT Gazelle, and that was from 2016. And I did see up online that he plans to have some great things in the vending area this year. You can also go to his Facebook page and find out everything you need to know there about what's going on with PT. Now I've got something from 2018, so let's put it in here and see what we got.
Professional, but he played harmonica. And my grandfather also played harmonica and worked in the forest. And even my great-grandfather played harmonica. But him, I never met him. But so that makes me 4th generation, isn't it? Oh man, that's kind of cool. And all of those my grandfather and great-grandfather, they played this kind of traditional music for dance in Sweden in the 30s, 40s. I mean, they lived on the countryside, and the harmonica and the accordion was what was available. And then my father was more like a blues guy. And he didn't like the chromatic because the slider got stuck if it was too long time between the parties. So that's why he played. We are doing, have you, he's already on stage. An applause for Harry Simon. This great gentleman. We're gonna play, we have made special arrangements only for you on some Swedish folk music. And we're gonna play one now. And it's a brudmarsch from Ullånger. Yeah, you got that?
Yeah.
Brudmarsch is bridal march. So this music is to play when someone is getting married. And it's Ullånger. It's a place in North Sweden where there is so beautiful forests and lakes. And yeah, it's really recommended. So here it comes, Brudmarsch from Ullånger. And then you can add reverb on this microphone.
a jazz moment.
It happened to me. You don't write a song like Bruzette. That is the nucleus of the song.
In 1962, NEA jazz master Toots Tillmans composed his best-known composition, Bluesette. He credits the great French violinist Stéphane Grappelli as his inspiration. The melody came to Toots as he warmed up for a concert in his dressing room, which he shared that night with Grappelli.
He was my idol all the time, of course, but I never had played with him. And here I am with my idol, and he was so elegant. Mon petit Toots. And then I warm up on the chords of Bluesette. See, there's always somewhere somebody to help you, right? Stéphane inspiring me.
So I had Flip Gears there live at SPAH on a concert stage. What a master. And I was emotional during the set. It was so beautiful to be sitting there listening. That's priceless for me. And then I put in a little clip about Toots there where he's talking about working on his masterpiece and his inspiration for that. And it's everywhere, like he said. It's absolutely everywhere. And the harmonica being such an emotional instrument, and it's connected to your very breath. And when you find that inspiration and it comes through your harmonica, there's no feeling like it. And everyone around you is lifted up by that. And I am so grateful to be in love with my harmonica. And I enjoy sharing it with podcasts and broadcasts with everybody here and bringing to you what I've experienced. And so this year's SPAH, I wasn't going to go because I had a class reunion and we've got a lot of gigs. Julio and I have been working out a whole lot, and we play pretty much daily, so there's always something going on. But I was able to rearrange a few things, and I'm going to get to spend 4 days there. I have to fly out early because I have a show the next day here back at home. But I know I'm going to be energized from the trip, and I cannot wait to see my friends and to be in that rich environment, sharing what you love with people that love it just as much as you do. So it's once a year, and there's lots of other things going on. I know that there have been a few things going on in other countries as well as down in Florida. Jerry has his harmonica get together down in Florida that's pretty good. And I do believe that Joe Falisco and Eric Noden put on a lot of online workshops, and catch those if you can. I mean, there's such a world of knowledge that they're sharing and freely sharing. I know the first time I met Joe Falisco, it was at a master class in San Jose, and I didn't know that such greatness existed until that moment. And then I found out there's quite a bit of it out there, and it's a blessing. So, and they're all really willing to help and talk to you. And there's a lot of stuff online, as well as our group, the Harmonica Lady Harmonica group that's growing. I used to host Harmonica Jam, which was quite large and kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. But I started this other little group up, and everybody's willing to share there and talk to each other. So if you check that out on Facebook, I think that you would enjoy it if you love harmonica. Even if you don't play, I've got a lot of people that just go over to see what's going on and listen to some of their favorites over there on that channel. And I've got people that post regularly, probably way better than I do. I've been so darn busy and just really painting and working on music. We've got some new songs that we hope to get out by the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to just carrying on with my harmonica and my beautiful husband that I get the joy of playing with. So you can hear more of our stuff and find out what we're doing at nedrarust.com on the internet. And we've got, like I said, we've got a few groups. We've got an open mic group, and we've got a foothill music group going. So we have a lot that goes on each day where I have to check in and work a little bit online to keep things safe from spam and moving forward. So when I do get back from St. Louis and I get gearing down, it might take me a while with the shows. I've got some large things going on, but I'll try to get a broadcast up to tell everybody about that. So if you're interested in going to the convention, get your tickets now and book your room and your airfare or your bus fare or your train fare or you drive your car, however you're going to get there. It doesn't matter, just get there. We look forward to seeing you there, and I'd love to meet you and interview you for this podcast. Find out what you think. All right, the Harmonica Lady out. Until next time.